All right, so it's been a really long time since we get an opportunity like this, but as of the time that I'm recording this video, I am currently the only person with these leaks in hand. Now, what makes this the most interesting about being the only person with these leaks is that I don't really have other people's opinion that I can sort of look over so that maybe I can, have some things pointed out that maybe I personally didn't notice from looking at these pictures. But either way, I think it's a really cool experience. We have a lot of things to show you guys. Not only do I have images that were sent to me directly from Nick, but I also have images that were sent to me by another one of the developers that specifically works on brand new rods. We're going to go over everything in today's video. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Remember, tomorrow is the update, so let's waste no more time and get right into this. Now, as you guys know, last week we had ourselves the long-awaited fish fright. There's been obviously some mixed opinions on how everybody feels about certain things. Like, for example, I know a lot of the players overseas that do not have access to in-game chat are a little bit upset about the Goblin quest. Plenty of you guys for the last couple of days have been commenting about the skulls. And honestly, this is a perfect transition into the first little bit of leak that I'm going to show you guys. Now, literally just about 40 minutes ago, I went ahead and sent over a DM to Nick, and I told him basically this message that you see right here. I said, will there be any leaks regarding tomorrow's post? Just want to double check before I get started on my video for today, LOL. He replied back to me with something that honestly, I wasn't expecting at all. Most of the time, I do ask Nick this question pretty much every single week. And for the most part, he'll tell me yes or no, which honestly, he's never told me no so far. He's always said yes. And then give or take about an hour or two later, he'll post it in either the public leaks channel or in the sneaks channel for the content creators. Instead, the reply that I got was, I'll get something for you. Okay, wait, first of all, I completely messed that up. Let's erase that because I completely covered up the you. So yeah, he said for you. That caught me completely off guard. Now, sure enough, literally a couple of minutes later, he sent me 2 screenshots. At first, I was a little bit confused. There really isn't that much information at first glance when you look at these. But as I mentioned before, we were just talking about the skulls and every single one of you sort of messaging about this. Well, basically, this is one of the images that he sent me right here. I'm pretty confident that this is the black market seller. For some reason right now off the top of my head, I can't really imagine what the black market guy looks like. The only thing that I do know about him is that he is completely all gray. So it's kind of the reason why I'm assuming that this is the black market. Keep in mind that whenever these black market events happen, I'm usually live, so everything is sort of happening really fast. But yeah, I'm about 98% sure this is the black market seller. That's the point. And if you notice in the bottom right-hand side, one of the red skulls is located here. It's very possible that they're going to be selling every single one of the skulls inside of the black market for this week, which is great that we were given this sort of little exclusive leak for you guys, because that means that every single one of you on my channel can now go ahead and start racking up that money to prepare for tomorrow, so that way you guys can pick up as many skulls as you need. Now, aside from that, he also did mention that they were working on some type of a rod, but it was still a work in progress, so he unfortunately didn't have a picture to show me. That's going to lead me to one of the other leaks that I'm going to show you guys, and I told you that another developer sent me, but I'll give you guys the full context on that once we get to it. Let's now move on to the second image, because this one is even more interesting, and again, also confused me at first when I saw it. So here's that second image, and again, when I first saw this, I was really confused. I was like, okay, the Angler quest, not really too sure what's exciting about that. It seems like he does have some type of a new quest available, or there's something new going on with the Angler quest. But at first I was like, I don't really get it, dude. Like, there's really nothing else going on here. I don't really know how I'd be able to include this into a video. But then I looked further into the image and I noticed Nicholas is level 1,501. In case you guys aren't aware, in the game right now, the max level is 1,500. I know that a lot of you started with the Spotlight event yesterday, so I wanted to go ahead and point that out. But yes, there is only a max level of 1,500 right now. So why is he level 1,501? Unless that means that tomorrow we're getting another level increase. This is crazy, man. I know that there's been sort of rumors around everywhere, everybody talking about there being a level increase. Oh my God, look at that rainbow. That is beautiful. I feel like I haven't seen a rainbow in game in a long time. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, as I was saying before, I'll be honest, when people were asking me, I said that it probably wasn't possible just because they just recently increased the level cap. And I felt like they would have left a huge gap in between before they increased it again. Well, it turns out that there is a slim chance that might not be the case. Keep in mind, take this very lightly. It is just sort of going off of a picture that he sent me. Maybe in their test build, they're trying out different levels, and it just so happened to be 501. But I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about another level cap increase. And of course, with another level cap increase means that we're also getting ourselves another quote-unquote troll rod. And that is honestly a perfect segue to the next leak that I'm going to show you guys, which I've had in my hands now for give or take about 2 or 3 days. I've been meaning to make a video on this, and honestly, I'm really sorry that I haven't. So now, to give you guys some backstory on what exactly I am about to show you, just to be clear, it is a rod. For those of you that maybe have access to General 2 inside of the Discord server for Fisch, and you've probably already heard of the milk rod. This has pretty much been a standing joke throughout the entire community for, dude, I want to say like the last 2 weeks. Maybe even longer, to be honest. Now, again, most of the time that this conversation was going on about the milk rod, it was always mentioned inside of General 2. So for the most part, the vast majority of players kind of had no clue anything about this milk rod. Now, that completely changed when Purple went ahead and made an in-game announcement the other day that said, okay, you guys can calm down. Rick promised the milk rod. Now, of course, at this point, now when you search inside of the chat logs in the Fisch Discord server, people talk about milk rod quite literally in every and any channel. Now, this is where things start to get really good. Technically speaking, to the public, there is only one image that has been circulating around on what exactly this milk rod is going to look like, and that is basically this image right here. It's a concept drawing made of the milk rod, and that's pretty much it. The beautiful thing is that here on the channel, as well as myself, I am friends with Chopper. If you guys don't know who Chopper is, he's basically one of the contributors of the game, also a developer that has made numerous different rods in the game, from developer rods that you guys have access to, like for example, the Miku rod, all the way to even some of these Halloween rods that were just recently introduced. He created them. And recently, he sent me a DM with the following image. Now, of course, as you're seeing this, you're probably like, well, Carbon, this really doesn't tell me a lot. It's quite literally just a milk carton laying down. You literally just hyped me up for nothing. But you see, the thing is that he sent me this image and he basically asked me if I wanted to see what the milk rod looked like. Now, at first, I thought it was just sort of a leak for my own eyes, but no, it turns out that this is a leak that I am allowed to share with every single one of you guys. So I instantly said yes. Where then I was sent the following picture of kind of sort of the finished product of the milk rod. I believe he's still sort of working on this, but overall, it's a really cool looking rod. I don't exactly know any information. Obviously, there's no stats attached to this image. There is no passive attached to this image, nothing whatsoever. All I know is that this is what the milk rod is going to look like. Now, here's the kicker. There is no official word whether this is going to be the new level cap rod or if this rod will be obtainable in a different way. Maybe it'll be purchasable inside of the black market. I have no idea right now. I just know that I find it very interesting that Chopper is sending me this milk rod while at the same time Nick is telling me that the rod is still a work in progress, which we can clearly see that Chopper is still working on it. So I thought that was kind of interesting that I was sort of getting leaks from both ends, but it's very likely that that might not even be the rod for this weekend. Maybe that's going to be another one of these, you know, secret quests that never actually end up getting released, and we only end up getting like, you know, one skin. Cough, cough. Now, ironically, as I'm recording this, literally Chopper just sent me another image, and I just replied back to him and said, working on the video right now. So this is basically what we're looking at. It says, missing milk rod. Have you seen this rod? And then it mentions some stuff here in the bottom, but it's kind of blurry. I'm not gonna lie. All I can see is last seen April 25th near the corner of Black Volcano and 67th Street in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and something or dizzy spells. If you have any information or something, contact the police immediately. And then yeah, that's all I can really make out. I literally cannot see anything else. So that's pretty much everything that we have so far as what's going on tomorrow. Very limited stuff, but at the same time, also a lot of information. I will go ahead and also include one final thing that a lot of you were commenting about in my video yesterday when I made the full guide about the Pumpkin King Spotlight event over here. And that's basically this candy crawly boat that you guys saw inside of the boat menu for literally a brief amount of time. Now, I say a brief amount of time because if you go into the actual boat menu in new servers, it's completely gone. You can no longer find it inside of here. So they did go ahead and sort of remove this at the very end, but I do want to point out that that is something for this weekend. It actually wasn't supposed to be there. So in essence, it kind of was like an early on leak that you guys got to see. So yeah, just wanted to clear out the air on that. Interesting stuff. Definitely mentioned level cap increase, skulls coming to the black market, as well as the potential introduction of the milk rod. I'm excited to hear what you guys think about all of this. Comment section is either going to be really happy or really upset, but either way, I enjoy reading either one of them. As we've been doing recently, whichever comment I find the most interesting, I will go ahead and pin at the very top. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the live stream. Take care, guys.